Good morning from a sunny but windy day in the North Sea. Today, where's the sea day? We're still heading down to Amsterdam will be our next stop. So Amsterdam in the Netherlands. And as you can see, it's a few little ships out on the horizon. And it's a fairly cold today. Probably in the low 60s to high 50s. So I'm out in shorts and t-shirt and we'll soon be going inside. We'll walk around, show you a little bit more about the ship. And to show you how rocky that today is, we always look at the pool. So you can see here, a little rocky, not real bad though. So we have a little bit of waves out there, but not too bad for a typical day. And this is in the center pool underneath the cover. Here they have a cover that comes over. If it gets too windy or rainy, they'll cover it up. And that way you can have fun in the pool without being bothered by the rain.
And here you can see our position as we head south in the North Sea toward the Netherlands. And again, there's a lot going on around the ship today, seeing it's a sea day. But some of the things I like doing on these days is today they're having an ice carving demonstration. So I always like watching them carve the ice. Also, there's a question and answer session with Jake, our cruise director. So I'll attend that. Cheryl's going to come with me on that one too, because she likes listening to it also. And on these sea days, Cheryl likes sitting around and reading a good book. But of course, I can't sit around long enough to read anything. I have to be doing something, otherwise I'm going to fall asleep. But she likes to read and brings a couple books with her, just to relax and have fun with that. Another thing I'll show you is Groove for St. Jude, raising money for St. Jude Children's Hospital in Tennessee.
One of the nice areas of this class of ship is the Serenity Deck. This is 18 only, or 18 and above. And you have your own hot tubs, pool, and a little lounging area. And of course, back here, they have a bar also. So you have your own bar you can sit at and enjoy your drinks with servers ready to come out and check on you and bring you a drink. This area is where you see a lot of my videos at, because I like to go back to the back of the ship and look around. Here's a good many loungers, things like that back here. We'll walk to the back of the ship and show you what the back area looks like. As you can see by the steam coming off the ship, it's pretty cold today, and the pool is heated, so that's why you have the steam. Try not to video anybody in this. Back here they have the little clam shells where you can see back and see where the ship has been. Looks like a good many birds following us today. So we have a few people following behind us. And still the shipping is out here. So a whole lot of ships out in this area, the North Sea. And as you can tell, there's a few people here. But a lot of these seats are empty, so nobody's out yet. The chair hogs have not came out. This whole side is empty. One of the specialty restaurants is Bonsai Sushi. Here you can get sushi made fresh to order right in front of you. Yeah, me and my wife have tried this on numerous times, and it's been pretty good. They have a sushi boat, which is sushi for two for $32. So that's a pretty good deal for sushi on land, and pretty good price for sushi at sea also. So here you can see the layout where they make everything. Next is the menu. You may wonder what all that they have. Well, they have a little sample menu in the window and their hours. On sea days, which is today, noon to 2:30. So that is the menu at Bonsai Sushi. And if you get here early, you can get a window seat so you can get a good view.
We'll meet friends for a quick breakfast again this morning before heading off to Grue for St. Jude. And here you can see what we had. I had French toast and eggs, and we also had the beignets. Always good to have beignets.
And if you ever watch any of our videos, one of the things we always have is Grue for St. Jude. Here, all the money is given to St. Jude. So this is a European cruise. But yet, all the proceeds go to Tennessee, to St. Jude. And the captain is speaking, so everything stops on the sound system. But here, Grue for St. Jude goes on, as all countries are given away.
From our last donation included. Thank you all so much. Today we have raised $2,613 for St. Jude. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of your very kind and generous donations. And shout out to Arizona. Arizona, you came in second place. It was Pennsylvania. $450, Pennsylvania, Arizona, second place, $250 was the biggest donation. One singular $250 donation from Arizona. So thank you, Arizona. Thank you, Pennsylvania. Thank you all so very much. I'll see you at 1:30 for our Keep It Awesome in the theater. But enjoy your lunch up here. This lady's sharing her broccoli with everybody over here. She's sharing her broccoli. Sharing your broccoli. That's right, sharing your broccoli.
And after Grue for St. Jude is ice carving. And this is the before picture of the big block of ice. This guy works really fast, but I actually sped up the video so it wouldn't be as boring. Because, watching a guy for 15 or 20 minutes cutting ice just isn't exciting. So I sped it up a little bit for you. Overseas, in a lot of countries, it's traditional to have ice carvings at weddings. So these guys get some experience at the ice carving for weddings, and whatever that they get on the cruise ships, they definitely hone in their skills. Like I say, this guy was 15, 20 minutes or so. You could see the ice hadn't had a chance to melt yet. But he's carving away and making, we'll show you at the end what he makes. But it's an excellent little sculpture for as fast as he carved it. Have you guessed what he's carving yet? Well, I'll slow it down here in just a second because he's almost finished. And that way you can get a good appreciation of his work. And of course, everybody in the audience gets to walk around and take a few pictures before they haul it off. Not sure what happens to it after it gets hauled off. Never know. Maybe he comes to drinks, the ice in the bottom of drinks. Never know. Have you guessed what it is yet? Yeah, it's a fish, kind of like Dora from Finding Nemo. Of course, this guy is super fast. I took out a little bit in the center, but he also poses with his sculpture so everybody in the audience can see what it looks like. Because there's probably about 50 or 60 people sitting around watching him carve out this sculpture. And in case you're wondering how I got up so close to the guy carving, I didn't block anybody. What I ended up doing is standing in the pool. Yeah, I took my shoes off and stood in the pool. That way I could get an up-close view. And here is our master carver with his ice sculpture. I ended up making an ice sculpture too, an ice cream sculpture. And standing around taking pictures is our employee of the day, Vishak from India. We met him whenever we first got on the ship. He was our photographer for our embarkation photo. Next is the question and answer session with Jake. He describes how he came to get into the cruise director position and what life is like on board.
Some of you came prepared with questions and other people just here for the fun. Yes?
And just curious what those ranks are that you worked at to get to a cruise director.
Yeah, so when you come in as Fun Squad, you're going to come in at what we call like Junior Fun Squad. So your very first contract, you're a Junior Fun Squad. You have to sign off on paperwork. And in the paperwork, there's lots of different things. Like to go from the junior to regular Fun Squad, the mid-level Fun Squad, you've got to host a certain number of karaoke sessions. You've got to understand how bingo sales work and all that stuff. So once you work your way through the tiers, then after the mid-level ones, you go to the senior level tiers, and those ones are a bit more involved. Like you've got to host a fun ashore, fun aboard presentation, which is the shore excursions talk. You've got to host some high-level events as well, like Deal or No Deal, or the Love and Marriage Show. Some bigger events to sign off on those. And really, when you become a senior fun squad, you should be at the level that if the cruise director on board your ship were to go down for whatever reason, maybe they got sick, maybe they had to leave the ship for an emergency, whatever, one of the senior level fun squad will be able to step right in and take right over. That's how it usually starts when you first get the opportunity to fill in as a cruise director. That's how it happened for me. My first time was in 2018. I was on a ship in Australia on the Spirit, and the cruise director had to leave for an emergency, and I had 2 days notice. They told me 2 days before I took over as cruise director, hey Jake, you're going to be the cruise director for the next cruise, and I was petrified at the time. But that's usually how it happens.
And shortly after the question and answer session is the VIFP fun party. Yeah, they throw a little party for all the diamond and platinum guests. So yeah, the main reason I go to this is really for the free drinks. They give all you can drink for about 30 minutes, and of course I fill up within that 30 minutes. It's nice to get two at a time.
Conquest, glory, miracle, valor, liberty, freedom, splendor, dream, magic.
And at the VIFP party, they usually give away little awards. They'll give away a little prize and then recognize the oldest passenger on the ship and whoever has the most days at sea on the ship. And this will surprise you.
Most young at heart VIFP guest. This guest is 93 years young. Yes. It goes to Mary G. Is Mary here? Mary. Maybe in the casino, maybe having a nap. Let's give Mary a big hand. Congrats. We also have a reigning champion of this award on board as well. Is Evelyn here? Miss Evelyn? She's also 93. She's won 2 weeks in a row. The last 2. She's here too, but there's another 93-year-old, so. Yeah, let's give her a big hand as well. All right, and our last award, I know they're here because I've seen them. It goes to our most days, and these guests have 1,146 days. Yeah, it's a lot of days. It goes to Kathy and Perry M. Let's give them a big hand. There they are. 1,100 plus days. And they have the same number of days, which means they've never missed a cruise together. They've always been cruising together, these two. Congrats.
And after all the booze at the VIFP party, it's time to eat. And you can tell by tonight's menu, it looks a little bit different than some of the other nights, because tonight is elegant night, or as they sometimes call it, dress your best night. I usually don't dress up for anything, so dressy for me is a pair of slacks and a button-up shirt. That's as dressy as I get. For appetizers, Cheryl has the chowder, or chowder, as they call it in Boston, and I have the fried calamari. And remember, you can get 2 appetizers if you want, so I also get the mushroom soup. For entrees, we get the surf and turf. I get the lobster, but I also share with Cheryl. And she'll have the prime rib, but she'll also share with me. And remember I told you on another episode about a sundae that's on the kids menu. That's what Cheryl has. And I have the cream brulee. And after all the food and drinks, it's time to go back to the room and meet our towel animal. Also, we're going to load up with ducks, because we're hiding ducks on this cruise, and we've been hiding them the whole time. If you find one, it had a card with the logo for this channel on it, so hopefully somebody has found one. And as always, we're glad you watched tonight, and tomorrow we'll be in Amsterdam. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the bell to be informed each time a new episode comes out. And as always, thanks for watching.